Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? I'm doing good. Welcome. If you're new, I'm Tina and I do all kinds of content that revolves around pale skin makeup looks. So if you guys are into that type of content, I hope you give this video a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification to be notified of any future videos I upload. So guys, in today's video, I thought I would do another fun video that I have been planning for a while. So, we all have an everyday foundation routine. We all have those. But I decided, considering that I'm going to do a few errands today and still want to look put together, but not have an actual thick, heavy, or fuller coverage foundation on, I thought I would show you guys my go-to tinted moisturizer makeup routine. Typically when I use a tinted moisturizer, I don't go heavy with the complexion products, but just something to make my skin pop and look put together. So if you guys want to see my go-to product for a tinted moisturizer and tinted moisturizer makeup routine, then just keep watching. So, the skin is all prepped. You guys know the drill. You guys know my go-to way I prep my skin. So that will be listed in the description box of what I applied off camera. And as always, everything that I apply on camera will be listed and linked in the description box. So I am going to start off with the complexion first, since I've been having some really good skincare days these past few days. Also, I hope the lighting is good. I managed to hook up my little small ring light that's directly in front of me. So I do hope to get another one to go on this side, but if the lighting is okay when I watch this back, I will probably leave this alone. So hopefully it's okay, because where my room is, I don't get a lot of natural light. I just have one window behind me plus all of my other lights. So hopefully this looks a lot better. So for the face, you guys, my go-to product for a tinted moisturizer would have to be the Tarte Maracuja tinted hydrator. I am in the shade 10 in Fair Neutral. I absolutely love this product. This is actually my second tube of this. I made really good use of this during the summer months, and it lasts pretty well if you just want to go and run errands. I have never had any problems with a Tarte foundation my whole years of using high-end makeup. So I am going to start off with that much. This is a really, really good match for me, and my go-to way of applying it is by a beauty blender. You don't get a lot of coverage with this product. You can build it up a little bit, but what I love about it, as you can see, is it does even out the skin tone if you have any redness. Like I have some redness around my nose and what I am now covering, and so it does work that way, and it's not a heavy product, but as you can see, it does neutralize whatever redness I do have to make your base really, really nice. You can build this up a little bit as well, which I will show you guys. So as I'm blending this in, how are you guys doing? What's new? How's it going? Everything's been going good with me on this end. See how that just evened everything out beautifully, and like I said, it's not too heavy. I am going to build this up just a little bit, because I find using a beauty blender does soak up a little bit of product, but that's okay. I've tried using a brush with this product, but I personally don't like a brush with it. I typically don't use a lot of brushes when I'm applying foundation, or like maybe it's just because I haven't found the perfect brush for that. As you can see, you can build this up in certain sections like I am doing now. So if you guys want to see my go-to powder foundation routine, I have the same type of video just with a powder foundation. Give this video a thumbs up because I would definitely like to do that as well. It's just something a little bit different to add to my channel and to my content. So that's blended out beautifully. It just sinks into the skin. It's just absolutely beautiful product. So lightweight, especially when you don't want those heavy products. Like if you're just going to run errands for the day. So I'm just gonna make sure all that is blended on the forehead, and it just looks absolutely beautiful. It really does. And they have a shade range that will match everybody, so it's just great. So guys, typically when I use a tinted moisturizer, I typically will go in with a little bit of a color corrector, because usually if you use a foundation, some people, including me, will bring a little bit of their foundation up under their eyes. So with that product, it typically will not give you full coverage under your eyes. So I typically go in with a color corrector. I found this one in my collection. Now I know you can't get this anymore, so I'm just going to use what I have. So any color corrector that you guys own will work. But do you guys remember these? This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid. I got the pink shade, so I'm just going to use a little bit of this, not too much, just a couple little dollops of this. I found this while I was rotating my makeup the other day, and I'm like, so I used it just to make sure that it would not break me out, and it still worked fine, and it still does it, and it didn't irritate my eyes. So I'm just going to quickly apply a little bit of that. So considering you can't get it anymore, whatever color correctors you guys have, you can definitely go ahead and use whatever you own in your collection. So I'm just going to blend that in a little bit. It does cancel a little bit of the blue and brighten it up a little bit. So for concealer, I'm still testing this one out a little bit. I have a love and hate relationship with it. This is the KVD Lock-It Concealer. I'm in the shade L1 Neutral. This is not a thick formula. It is a thin formula. But I don't know, like I said, I'm still testing it. I'm still giving my thoughts. The shade is very brightening, but yet it still gives it is creamy under the eyes, and it does brighten. As you can see, it does give good coverage under the eye. So not full coverage, because you can still see the blue under my eyes peeking through, but I find that I do have to set it right away as soon as I blend it out. So that's what we will do next once this is blended beautifully. And it's, like I said, that shade is very brightening. So I'm going to set very quickly using my Maybelline loose powder with my Real Techniques setting brush. But I do find that once I set this concealer down right away, it does make a difference. I don't let it dry and then set it, because then it actually really cracks and creases on me, which I typically am not a fan of. So I'm just going to set that really quick, and I'm also going to go ahead and set the face using my Tarte Smooth Operator powder, just to lock everything in place. And this goes really, really well with the Tinted moisturizer as well. So I've been really liking this pair together. I just love how my complexion is coming together. It works really, really well. I don't have that full coverage heaviness, but yet I have a complexion that is flawless so far. Just setting that really quickly. And this powder is very, very smooth, and it does not give any flash white casts when you take pictures at all. So that is definitely, I get my brush back into where it's supposed to go. That is definitely an A+ from me. So I will go ahead and quickly prime the eyes. Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, you guys. You guys know this is my holy grail eyeshadow primer. Definitely worth the splurge if you want a good eye primer for oily lids. I still have yet to try the Maybelline eyeshadow primer, but that will come because I have a video that I want to try some new makeup, but we'll see if I can get up the nerve to try something else other than the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, because I am a little bit nervous to do that. I'm going to go ahead and set that eyeshadow primer down using just a little bit of that same Maybelline loose powder. There. And then we will move on to the eyes. Get that put back there. So guys, typically when I do just a tinted moisturizer and something easy as on my base, I typically don't go in too heavy with an eyeshadow look, but I typically want something on the eyes. So my go-to palette for that is the Urban Decay Naked Sin palette. If I can get it open, because I just got a manicure and got my nails done, so I cannot get this open properly, and I don't want to break, you know. So these are the shades, so perfectly everyday friendly and perfect just to give that little pop, just that little easy pop of color on the eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Boring, which is the shade right here, and we'll put that in the crease just like so with a fluffy brush. I also have the green palette like this with the green shades, which I think would be perfect if you want a nice fall palette. And these palettes are so compact and so travel friendly, especially if you don't want to go overboard with the eyes. It's just very quick to do a very nice quick look with. They do, the powders in here do give a little bit of a kick up, as you can see, but that's how you know they are nice and soft and easy to work with. And Urban Decay's formula never ever fails me. I'm just going to blow the powder away. I'm just going to quickly go ahead in the dark brown shade Twisted and put that on the outer corner of the eye, just like so. Tap that on and blend out just to give some nice definition to the eye. And the good thing about these little palettes is that where they're so small and compact, you don't have to be going and saying to yourself, oh my god, what shade am I going to use next? Because it is right there for you, and very, very beginner, very beginner friendly. And that's what I love about them. So we here in Newfoundland, as I am filming this, is getting prepared for Hurricane Lee, and it is getting a little bit scary because Lee has intensified so much. If you guys remember, where I live on Newfoundland, we never got hit hard with Fiona, but we did get hit hard with Hurricane Igor, so we are all getting prepared for that same intensity. So everyone on the island is pretty much on alert and monitoring every forecast that they can monitor. So we are getting prepared. As of right now, it's due to hit us, if it comes to us, next weekend, 15th through the 17th. So if wherever you guys are, if you guys are in the pathway of Lee, I hope you all stay safe and be vigilant, because it is just a little bit creepy of how quickly because we were on edge with Franklin, but thankfully Franklin went out to sea. So for the first lid shade, I'm going to do a little bit of a gradient eye with this palette. I'm going to go ahead and take the shade To Be Honest, or TBH. Yes. And put that on the center of the lid. Again, just shades are so soft in here if you have like a really nice soft complexion. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to do the same with the other eye. Just like so. So I have this palette and I have the one with the green shades in. I would like the other one, like just to complete the collection and try it out. So that is in the center. For the inside of the lid, I think I'm going to take the shade Unlucky, which is this shade right here. I'm going to put that on the inner portion that we left bare and just mesh it together. Just like so. Very easy, very quick. You could also use this palette if you just want to take either the shade Sin or Unlucky in the palette for just a nice sweep across the lid for one eyeshadow look. You can definitely do that as well, and everything looks just absolutely put together, and just that nice little pop on the eye, which is why when I use a tinted moisturizer, I don't like heavier makeup on the complexion, because it just looks, when you do something overwhelming on the eye and then you do a lighter base, it kind of doesn't mesh well and it doesn't look right. So that's why I love this palette to go with these products. So now we'll move on to the rest of the face. So guys, for bronzer, I'm going to use something light as a lighter bronzer as well. So my choice for that is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It's not over, I have the shade, it's just light bronzer, and it still smells like coconuts. I will never get over how good these smell. So I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and we're just going to lightly bronze up the complexion. Just like so. See how it just gives that hint of warmth, but it's not overpowering, and it brings a nice bronze to a pale complexion. and it meshes well with a lighter base product underneath. And that's what I love about it. Just quickly blend that out. And it blends seamlessly. Sorry if you hear a lawnmower or noise outside. My dad is out doing the lawn the last time before fall hits, and then, as we dare to say, winter hits. So I'm just going to build this up just a little bit. Just want a little bit more, but yet not to go too overboard. Just like so. Absolutely, absolutely beautiful, you guys. So guys, for blush, we all want that little pop of color to the face. So I always go back and forth to what blush I'm going to use when I just have a lighter bronzer on and a lighter base, especially with a lighter eye. Now the question is, where did I put that blush? Because I'm always misplacing things here. I think I'll go with, there it is. I found it. So any blush that you want a pop of color with, but you don't want to go overboard, I find the Tarte blushes are really good for that, and the Hourglass blushes. So today I'm going to go ahead and use the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Captivating, which is a really nice peachy pink color. And the beauty part about these blushes, you guys, is that they do last incredibly well, especially if you have a humid summer, and they give that perfect amount of pigment. You do have to be careful about if you do a heavy hand, but I'm going to go ahead with this shade and I'm going to pop that on the cheeks just to give my cheeks a little bit of life to them. And this shade in particular meshes really well with the eye look today. Same with the other cheek. Smile and apply that. I'm using a very, very light hand, and I'm not tapping into the product overly heavy, and I'm using a fluffy brush to apply it. I'm just going to build it up a little bit. Just like so. Just a nice light hand, just to give that little pop to show that you have blush there, but you don't want people to look at your face and then their eyes go directly to your cheeks. You don't want that when using a not so full coverage base product, which is why I love these products when using like a lighter coverage foundation or tinted moisturizer underneath. See, just something very, very, very light that's gonna stay but still give that little pop of. We all know, no matter how heavy of a product we have as our base product, no matter how light or how deep we would want to go with blush or bronzer, we all know that we have to have a highlighter that's going to make everything pop. My go-to for that is any highlighter from Becca, which is now owned by Smashbox. And my go-to highlighter shade for that would have to be Champagne Pop, because this color is just stunning. You can tell this product has been well loved. So we're going to dip into it lightly. I'm going to tap off the excess. I'm using my Real Techniques contour brush for highlighter, which is my go-to brush, and we're gonna pop this baby on the cheeks because it is a beautiful gold shade. It meshes well with the blush and bronzer that I've used, and it meshes really, really well with the eyeshadow that I have used, and it is just absolutely beautiful. My other shade in this that I love for this step would definitely be Opal. So we all got to have that highlight, that blinding highlight. If you want an affordable highlighter that's definitely going to make everything pop no matter what base products you use, the Milani strobe light highlighters are just absolutely stunning for this step as well. And you can see how everything comes together. I don't have a heavy base on, light with the bronzer and blush, but the highlight makes everything come together. And you can still see my complexion showing through and my freckles, which I am not ashamed to bear in public, or ashamed that I'm not covering them up and that they're still shining through. We all have those imperfections, but yet we want to enhance what we have, and these are my go-to products for these steps. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face using the Urban Decay All Nighter Ultra Matte version of this. The regular All Nighter is just as good. So we're gonna lock everything in, just like so. So for mascara, you guys know, and I've said this in previous videos, that the CoverGirl mascaras are my jam. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this on the top lashes. Just like so. I got a little bit of transfer there, but I'll wait for that to dry and I will definitely wipe that away. So now that everything is complete, everything came together. So guys, that is the completed makeup routine if I am going to use a tinted moisturizer and not a foundation underneath, and everything came together just like I had hoped. So everything looks beautiful. I'm glad all these products meshed together really well. You don't have a heavy base, but you have a complexion products that just make everything pop. You don't have a heavy eye look. It is very soft, along with the complexion products that you used. So I hope you all liked this video, guys, as much as I did filming it and using my favorite products for this process. If you guys do want an everyday foundation, liquid foundation routine and a powder foundation routine, let me know in the comments down below, or give this video a big thumbs up and I will definitely try to get those videos out to you. The next video I really want to upload is that trying new makeup video. I'm just trying to get all my products together because going through my collection I found products that I bought and forgot that I even bought them or owned them. So that's why that video is not out yet, but that will be coming soon. Hopefully it will be the next video that goes up. But I really want to film this video today, and all these products are very pale skin friendly as well and will work with anything that you apply over top of that tinted moisturizer, because it is my favorite. So if you guys enjoy this video, give this video a big thumbs up. I hope you all subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys, I love you all.